Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn how you can maintain mapping in Spring Boot. Mapping means if you have a multiple table in your database and from those multiple table you want to fetch the data or you want to insert a new data on those multiple table by using Spring Boot. So how to make a relationship between these tables like one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, many-to-many relationship. Let's understand this by the diagram. Here we have a student and certificate table. For one-to-one relationship between student and certificate, a student will complete one certificate or one certificate will complete by one student only. This relationship may be one-to-many, many-to-many, but here I am taking a situation only one-to-one. This may be unidirectional, means from the student side we can fetch certificate also, and from the certificate side we can fetch student information also, and it may be bidirectional. From either side, from student or certificate, we can fetch the record. So that is the meaning of mapping in Spring Boot. So how to do this, how to get unidirectional or bidirectional, just see from this example. So we are creating a fresh application here. I say Spring Boot starter project. Here I give the name of the project. I say student certificate like this, and here I give the package name also. I say student certificate like this. Next we have SQL because we want to use SQL also. Dependency I use Spring JP also. I need Spring Web also. These three dependency I need. Next, finish. So it will take some time for downloading data from the internet. Now it's coming and this is the main file here. Go to the property file to set the database information. So here I said spring.datasource.url. Here I say JDBC MySQL SQL, then localhost, then 3306 port number, then student DB is the database name. So this is the URL. Then I say spring.datasource.username, root spring.datasource.password null, nothing is there. Then I say spring.jpa.hibernate auto DLL update. Then I say spring.jpa.show SQL equal to true. So these are the information that we have to set in this property file. URL connection, localhost. Then we have username and password. Then we have the hibernate control to insert, update, delete all the decode from the Java to the database. Then show all the SQL query in the log. So all information we have set it here. Now I need to create some classes. So first class is REST controller. So I say new, I say class, I say here my API controller, done this, and in this API controller I say this is REST controller, remember. So this is the REST controller that I made this. Here I will create the API also, but so far I need to create entity class for creating a table. So here I say student like this. One more I create here new class. I say certificate, remember, done. Now make it entity. So I say entity like this, and certificate table will create automatically. A student also I say entity like this. Here I create int, I say SID, then I say string name, then I say string course. This is, and this SID is the ID, annotation is there like this, and we need getter setter for this. So go to source and generate getter setter, select all, and done this. This is done. Getter setter we have student table. Now I create here certificate also. So go there and I say int CID means certificate ID, and I say certificate name, I say string, C name means certificate name also. Only these two field I will take, and I will make this ID also. So I say ID is certificate ID. Import this. Same we have here. Done this, remember, but you need to understand here that from the student side I want to make relationship one-to-one, means one student, this student will complete one certificate. For that I need to create here this also object of certificate class, and I say certificate like this. I create this, remember, and here I say this relationship is one-to-one like this. Remember, this is one-to-one relationship, but it is unidirectional, means from this student side I will maintain the relationship, but this side I am not maintaining anything. So for here I say a cascade equal to, so cascade equal to cascade type dot, I say all, means from the student side I will also save certificate information if something is coming, remember. So this thing is done. one-to-one relationship. From the student side, I'm maintaining the relationship, but from this side, I'm not maintaining this relationship. That is called unidirectional. So far it is unidirectional. So I can make comment also that it is unidirectional right now. To make it bidirectional, you have to make here also the object of student, that we'll see in next video. But here you see that we have this relationship. Now from certificate side also generate getter setter. So I say here generate source getter setter, select all and done this and save this. From student side also we have to make getter setter for this also. So I say source and generate and select this also and generate getter setter for certificates also. This is all about. Now we need to go to the API controller. Here I need to use get and post. Remember that only two I will use, get and post, and for that I need a JPA also. For that I create one JPA interface first of all. So I say interface, I give name here student DAO. Then here I extend JPA. I say JPA repository and here I pass a student table and the ID is integer. Integer is the primary key ID that I'm using here, int as a this. Save this. Remember, now go to API this, create API. Here I say here I need to create object of this student IO first of all. So I say student IO, I say students like this and student IO, and this should be auto wired because automatically object should be created. And here I say get mapping is students like this. I say public, I say student should be return value. I say get is students like this and I return it. I say is student dot find all like this, and this is list. So I put here list also because list of a student will be displayed by this. So done this, import this also from the util package like this. So you see that all the records we are fetching from the students and all record from certificate will also come. Then we have post here. So I say post mapping. Here I say students for post and here I create method public student will return as a one student which we are inserting, and this is called add student, and we will have the request body as a student like this and I do this post mapping also, and here I return the student information that is coming like this. This is the student like this, and I need to save. So I say student dot save student like this. Remember, so by using this DAO I am saving the information and same information I am returning this, or in a shortcut we can also say like this. In return value just I put like this because return value of this function is also the same which we have inserted. So this is get request, this is post request, this is a student entity and this is certificate entity. Everything is done. One-to-one relationship is also there, that is unidirectional. Certificate will save here. Now start this application. For starting application we have to open this, then start, select Spring Boot application. Okay, it will start. Now by starting this you will see that student and certificate table will create. So we have to check unable to this is the problem. First of all we have to solve the error, unable to create the service due to dialect without database information. So database is running on this port. So I check database information, that is in property of this we have JDBC MySQL localhost. Okay, we have to write here localhost, spelling mistake, localhost 3306 student DB. Once again I try to start this, open this, start this. Yeah, done. Now open database. Here you see that I say show table and we have these two tables, but we do not have any record, but we will have. I have this students, get this, we will have the null information, but if I post this, remember that we have some changes. The value would be in student table we have SID, name and course, then we have certificate, in certificate we have CID and name. So go to the postman. SID we do not have to provide because automatically will come, and for generating automatically this SID we have to put one more annotation that to generate automatically I take here annotation generated value equal to strategy equal to we have generation type dot identity, so that I need it will generate automatically this ID. Same I do for student also. Here I put automatically it will generate SID. Remember, now in this I need to pass only name. So name of the student, and I say course. Course is suppose I say BTech, and we can say CSC. And here I need certificate. So I say certificate. Remember, certificate we have to send. So the spelling is certificate, and this is the field that I need. So I just copy paste here certificate. Under this I need to provide only one information, not the multiple. Remember, that is C name only. I think certificate name, certificate name, because CID will come automatically. So that C name is Spring Boot certificate. Like this we have to send. If everything is okay, I send this. It will return bad request to student. Bad request is coming. 400 request is coming. Bad request due to bad syntax. Okay, syntax error is there. Okay, this is array. That is the problem. I don't need to send array. I need to send only single information. Remember that. That is the valid syntax. Send once again. And internal server error. This is give one more specific message suitable. Check this. What is the error here this time? We have some other error. CID does not have a default value. CID does not have a default value. Okay. Problem is CID means course certificate ID do not have a default value. Okay. Everything is okay, but CID is generating a wrong value. This is because I have to delete the database first. I say drop database student DB. Once again, I need to create database student DB. Remember, use student DB. Why I'm doing this? Because I made some changes here, and that change is not reflected in database. So once again I need to close this application, and I have to restart the application from the beginning. So it will generate each and everything, and it will also generate auto generated also those value in certificate and in student. Remember, now database is ready. So I say show tables like this. Now I need to send this information once again. Yeah, you see, done. CID coming automatically, SID coming automatically, everything is done. You can see this information here. Select star from student. You see, record is coming, and select star from certificate. You see, this certificate is also coming. So this is what? This is unidirectional one-to-one mapping. How to do bidirectional mapping? I will explain you in the next video. So that's all here. Thank you for watching this.